Hi guys, a very good morning and welcome to African Beyond Television Network. So over the weekend, let me say this past week, I have seen some comments after the Botswana election. I've seen some comments about unity. The majority of the people who are pushing for this unity thing are ZANU PF people, ZANU PF remnants, former ZANU PF members. And I have seen a comment from Dr. Walter Mzembe somewhere, which said that we are uniting, we will find each other, right, on our side. You people find each other on your own side. And they were making reference to finding each other. And this makes us question the motive behind that unity. Let us understand this. When you hear ZANU PF people calling for unity in the opposition, they want to take advantage of the previous sellouts vagara vachingotengesa ivavo because they've been working together for a very long time. ZANU PF, one thing they want is to preserve power by all means possible, which means it will be an issue of power moving from Emerson Mnangagwa to another ZANU PF person, and it goes down vachiramba vachingodaro is tichingori opposition chete. That is the reason why they are calling for unity in the opposition. Right now, Nelson Chamisa is doing well with the comrades he has on the ground, doing very, very well with the people he was left with. Those few people he was left with, he's doing very, very, very fine with them. They are actually moving around the whole nation, doing great things. The opposition in Zimbabwe has never lost an election in the urban areas. The opposition in Zimbabwe has never 100% lost an election in the urban areas, and they've never been suppressed by ZANU PF in the peri-urban areas. They always have influence in the peri-urban areas, in the urban areas. So when you are talking about unity, who do we unite with when we have people without any votes? They've been proven kuti havana vanhu. Vese vanhu vamuri kuti unite navo havana vanhu in the strongholds of the opposition. So who should we unite with? Because ukaenda kuZANU PF, maremnants ese eZANU PF, vese maremnants eZANU PF havana influence in the rural areas where they used to control. They don't have influence there. They tried to put their own people, they failed. So when they say unite, guys, unity, who are we uniting with, and why are you pushing for unity at the same time? Imimi ZANU PF, you are pushing for a succession battle. Why are you pushing for unity? It's because you want the opposition to be further divided. Whilst Imimi, you continue to take advantage. You know that at this point in time, Nelson Chamisa and his team, Mamiro Avakaita, they are very difficult to infiltrate, they are very difficult to attack, they are very difficult to dislodge. And you now need to bring some people on board, some pile of rubbish on board. You know for sure kuti vakauya trustwe, which means they will be on the sidelines. And they will start kuti amuri kumaona mukomana Mpimbindoga ari kuita zvinhu zvake ega ari kudai, and you start to create stories once again. And you say, takazvitaura kuti Chamisa a dictator. At the end of the day, we continue to cycle around one thing. That is not what we want. In Zimbabwe, we don't need unity. Let me say this once and for all. We need unity on the level of a government, not on a political party basis. We need robust political tactics on the ground in ZANU PF strongholds. Handei kuvillage ZANU PF kwainokohesa vanhu vachimanikidza vanhu kuvhota. Handei ikoko tonovaka musasa ikoko, and we make sure kuti we manage to stop ZANU PF on its tracks. That is what we want. The only way we are going to defeat ZANU PF is when we go into the villages in our numbers, robustly stop ZANU PF, make sure that we mobilize everybody who is pro-change joins the train. Togadzira vanhu vedu vatinoziva kuti havai opposition. I want to be honest with you. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar does not work. uye nyaya yekuti toti we must introduce a slogan called an eye for an eye. Ukandirova mbama ndinodzorera mbama, ukandirova nebhemba ndinodzorera nebhemba. That is the culture which is going to make ZANU PF understand the language of change in Zimbabwe kuti iri kudiwa zvakaita sei. We cannot continue to fold our hands tichirohwa tichitiza tichirohwa tichitiza. We need to confront the enemy as it is. We need to tell each other the truth. Ukandirova ndinofanira kukudzorera. That must be the only thing chinounza change muZimbabwe muno. Tikaramba tirisu tinongorohwa tichitiza, change will never come. I'm being honest with you. Tikaramba tirisu tinongorohwa, we will never taste change because ZANU PF will continue beating us in their strongholds. Dzavari kugadzira through violence, through intimidation. So what should we do? We must create an environment where it becomes a taboo for ZANU PF to beat an opposition person. Once we have done that, we have corrected the mess which has been going on for a very long time. ZANU PF inongwarira pakuvhundudzira vanhu nekurova vanhu kumamisha. The constituencies which are many are in the rural areas. So they take advantage of that and they continue to beat people there, coerce people there, intimidate people there. Once we have proved ourselves to be on the ground, tikamira isisu mumavillages zvikanzi vekwachamisa itai musangano, tinobuda tonoita musangano wedu, tinobuda tichionekwa kuti kuna ningi naningi naningi ava vekuopposition. That is the thing which is going to make us grow. We have built the party based on lies for a very long time. When I reached into the villages, unosvika muvillage panenge zvinenge zvichityisa kutaura nezvachamisa. Unotaura nezvachamisa vanhu vanotanga kubva 1-1 pauri. Up until you build a culture yekuti it must not be a taboo to speak about the opposition in the rural areas, then we are talking. So I don't see the reason why we have to unite Nana Mateu, Nanani, people who can be easily replaced. The support we have proved, the support is based on Advocate Nelson Chamisa. So if the support is based on Nelson Chamisa, not individuals, why can't we build the same support in the rural areas for Nelson Chamisa? That is what we want, and that is what is happening. So when you hear them pushing the issue of unity, they are trying to hoodwink people to believe that Chamisa has kushanda nevamwe. Yet they've realized that Chamisa is actually taking ground in the rural areas because vari kuenda ikoko kwacho kwavasiri kudiwa ndiko kwavari kuenda kunomobilize nekunopinda ikoko. The consequences of uniting Nevanava, I want to tell you the truth. The consequences of uniting Nana Mateu, Nana Wende are there. Because genuine people will leave the struggle. Genuine people will not want to be associated with nonsense and nuisance each and every time. They will move away. Or they will take the back bench, the back benches. Once genuine people have taken back benches, you will continue to cry and cry and cry and cry for another decades. We can't. This issue of unity is good, but let us apply unity on the governmental level, not on the political party level. That is the reason why you see President Chamisa saying, I'm no longer doing party politics. I'm now doing national citizen-centric politics, where you are now engaging with the citizens with the view that the citizens must support an idea. Once the citizens are supporting an idea, then we are done and dusted. So when you see these people, the MPs and everybody pushing for unity of the opposition, they want to preserve ZANU PF. That is their agenda. You know, I said it last year that how do you expect Nelson Chamisa to unite with people who refused to leave ZANU PF? They wanted to ride on Nelson Chamisa and maintain ZANU PF strongholds. Then to Vataenda election and they do a coup on Nelson Chamisa once again. You can't do things like that. Let us be honest with each other. Vana mzembi na nakasukwere na nani kana mchida kubatana na Chamisa zvekare. Uyai mozvisubmita pasi paChamisa nekuti hamuna vanhu. Makatadza kufield ama-candidates across Zimbabwe, you had no candidates. Makatadza even makansela asingabhadharwe makatadza. Hamuna risiti ramakawina anyway. So how have you proved kuti you are competent enough? How are you proving kuti munodiwa nevanhu? So, you know, it's something else. So this issue of unity inina hangu ndakazvimiririra I don't believe in face powder unity. I believe in real unity. And unity yatiri kuda ndeyekuti tese tiende pana vachamisa tichitevera vision nemuono wavachamisa tisiri kutsvaga zvigaro. Mukaona ndakuchitsvaga chigaro ndakupopota kuti sei Chamisa asiri kundiita mobilizer kwakati, sei Chamisa asiri kundiita kwakati, ndatoita problem. Ndatotanga kuita problem. The reason why we are speaking online is because umwe nemumwe ari kutsvaga space yake yekurwa in terms of change. Iwo saka ndosaka muchiona kuti takauya tika no, let us go and occupy a space yatinoenda tichinotaura about change. We are not doing it kuti tirecognizwe kana kuti tizotsvaga mapositions kana kuti tizoita sei. We are doing it because we want change. Why can't these comrades do their own part to bring change? Kana change yauya tozogara pasi toti right varume, change yauya, let us build the country moving forward. So Glot says ZANU PF will rule as long as we have the sellouts within the opposition. The way to go is to go only with the masses. Yes, I agree with you, Glot. That is the only way to go. That is the only thing which we need to do. Let us go with the masses. Unite with the masses. Unite with the people. Let us forgo all other things. Vanouya kana vana wende vachida. Ngavasupporte Nelson Chamisa pavanoda vachimukambenera pavanoda, but ngavasauya padhuze with anything to do with the seats. Hatitombodi kuvaona vachienda padhuze naChamisa, because those are the people who tarnish the image of the president time and time again. So Jonathan says G40 plus ruling Lacoste for ED are all looking to survive in this ZIM politics, because everything is now open and known by everyone in ZIM, who is who and what does he stands for. So right now, I agree with you. They've reached to a point that where they've concluded kuti Chamisa ndiye munane. They've concluded that. And also in their factional politics, they've concluded that without Chamisa, it's very difficult for them to make a meaningful move against each other. Saka, right now, the issue is about it, trying to hoodwink people, trying to force Nelson Chamisa into some agreements with them. Say that even though tinodzokera futi kuna 2017, tojutwa zvekare. Okay, and imagine a party where you don't trust each other to the point of publicly showing the world you can't drink their water or wine. Yeah, it's something else. And you know, those are the issues which we need to deal with. Team Zimbabwe, let me be honest with you. Chinhu chinonzi unity, chinhu chinofanira kutangira pamoyo. Unity starts from our hearts. Unity starts from our hearts. As long as our hearts are after desires of this world, we are not going to have unity in Zimbabwe. Kune vanhu vakarambira muparliament vachitadza kungo withdraw kumirana Chamisa to stand in solidarity with the president kuti takamira naChamisa kuparliament tabuda tese. When Advocate Fadzai Mahere and Makam withdrew from parliament, vakatovaseka vakavatuka, hey, you don't retreat, hey, this and that, humiliating your own leader. And today you are part of the nonsense of unity. Honestly speaking, personally, I don't have interest in political offices. I don't. I'm not fighting for political offices. I'm fighting for a better Zimbabwe. I would rather retreat. I would rather retreat than to have unity with sellouts. I would rather retreat than to have unity with sellouts. The people who have humiliated us, who have embarrassed us on the hour of need. But well, the people pushing about this unity, number one, are the people vakaenda na Chavangu, vakaenda na Oshimengube. Oshimengube has failed. Chavangu has failed. The same people are the people now who have realized kuti hakuna chavo ikoko, because the prospects of continuously being in power have been shut out. For example, if you look at the 2030 agenda, it's no longer possible. The 2030 agenda is no longer possible, which means that these comrades, they've realized that my term extensions are vaida afoira achagoneke. So they have to do anything else to try and come back. But that is going to divide the people further. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming. And thank you very much, everyone, for the contributions. Let us meet in other episodes as well as other broadcasts.